Warning. What you are about to see and hear is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed on the show are our opinions and do not reflect the views of BTW21 or its staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel and Chad.
God is looking for someone real. People are looking for something real. Just be real. Welcome to the Be Real, the podcast. That's us. Your host, Daniel Lewis, brother Chad Hudson.
Hello.
Don't forget Peckerhead.
Peckerhead.
He's a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
He's watching over all of us.
Look at him there.
Yeah, look at him.
So who you got here?
Talking about right there.
Oh.
Yeah. No, not David. The chicken.
David, did he just call you a Peckerhead?
I've been called worse, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. No.
It's a good intro to my guest.
Right. We have David Dalton with us. He's been on the show before. He come in here with Will Pearson.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Kind of running the show over there at the Wild Mags.
Kind of nothing. He's running
the
it.
show.
Yeah.
Alaskan Duck Farts.
Amen.
Yeah, he's the king of Alaskan Duck Farts over there at the Wild Mags, and also helping run the show down there at Sport Lanes.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I just started
kinda
working over there a little bit.
Involved in all that.
I got to add that to my titles, the King
Yes.
of Duck Farts.
King of Duck
King of
Farts.
Duck Farts.
Right. Alaskan Duck Farts.
If you haven't had one of those, go try that. Have
Yeah.
had Wild Mags.
You got to see this man. I don't think anybody else can make them.
Yeah.
What's
try.
her name?
Tammy.
Tammy, yeah. She
Tammy
tried to make
tried.
us one. Yeah, she didn't use a spoon or something, and I showed her a picture, and she was like, yeah, David had that down pat.
It's good old layering.
Yeah, it was great.
But
It was
wait a
good
minute.
stuff.
Hold up. We had something else last time we were down there. It was on fire.
Oh, it was on fire.
Yeah,
What?
Flamin' Dr. Peppers.
Flamin' Dr. Pepper. And it had nothing to do with Dr. Pepper.
No, but it tastes
But
like
the
it.
taste.
like Dr.
But the
Pepper.
taste.
Yeah.
That's
What-
weird.
What
Now,
was in that?
So it is 151 rum, amaretto, and it's dropped into a beer, like
Yeah.
a domestic, your typical Miller.
the
on
bubbly.
fire.
Yeah. But the amaretto is really what makes it Dr. Pepper. I mean,
Yeah. But no
Really?
PBR because you guys were out that time.
no, we were out of PBR. It probably would have tasted better.
I hope Tammy's watching this. And
We're out of PBR.
Whoever the hell is in charge of ordering PBR at Wild Mags.
Damn it.
No, but that was. Damn it, that's me. Damn it. Damn it. But that was good, and it did taste like Dr. Pepper.
It did. I mean, it was really aftertaste like,
It had that little burp, Dr. Pepper.
man.
The best part is it's with 151, so you get your buzz off of it
Hey,
too.
Right.
hey,
and it was
hey.
flaming.
Man,
It was on fire.
It was on fire. People were looking at us.
Right.
You're going to drink that?
Yeah,
I was like, hell yeah.
I had a customer come in and he ordered, or I was talking to him and he got one and he was a little buzzed. And he, you're supposed to drop the glass in there. He decided he was going to try to pour it,
Oh, no.
which about caught the bar on fire.
Oh, man.
I got to do that next time.
Oh, now you really messed up.
That's where we're going after the show.
David, you really messed up.
Wild Magnolia no longer makes Flamin' Dr. Peppers.
Fire! I remember going to, what reminds me of that is my uncle, a long time ago. They live in Durham. And we never went to no Japanese restaurants, but we would go down there and we'd go to a Japanese restaurant. So they cook in front of you, got the little thing, whatever. And they do this with the volcano, stuff,
yeah.
trying to make a rice and whatever. And he's, they would do the fire, and he'd be like, more fire, more fire. So, I mean, you could feel the heat off that sucker. So it just reminds me of my uncle. So shout out to him.
So he's giving you a strong warning for later on
Yeah,
tonight.
you
Yeah.
catch something on fire at the bar.
Pyro. We are your hosts, Pyro Lewis, Chad Hudson.
That's great.
But anyway, David Dalton, tell us a little bit about yourself. You were on the show with Will Pearson. We'd mentioned that.
You don't
And,
know which number.
It's not
No.
been that long ago.
Nah,
a couple
about-
months?
Yeah, about
Yeah.
2-3 months.
Was it been the second season?
Yeah, it's been second season. And, man, I got a lot of comments. You from Patch County.
Yeah, man.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
You was kind
Good
of
old
quiet
Patch
last
County, man.
time, so
Yeah, I'll let y'all kind of take over.
well, I
and
mean, you
do
know,
your
I
thing.
know. I apologize for that, but I got a big mouth, so I keep running it. But so if you would give us a little bit of background, like
Yeah.
Patrick County boy.
Yeah, I worked in Patrick County for 10 years.
Where at?
Ten Oaks.
Okay.
The factory over there.
Well, where are you from in Patrick County? We're all
My
about-
family's from Medizzadan.
Gotcha.
We moved to Stewart when I was 4 or 5, and then we
Nice.
lived in Stewart and Patrick Springs area for
Yeah.
most part of it. I got 5 brothers.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Really? All them Daltons
Yep.
running around.
Dalton gang.
The Dalton gang.
Man.
Any
5
sisters?
brothers.
No,
Just all boys.
all
huh?
boys. Yeah,
Man.
I
you
gotta
fall
go-
for food.
We will say a prayer. We'll say a slight prayer for your mom and dad right now.
My dad, he raised us.
Oh, that's
Really?
good.
5 boys.
Yeah.
Or
That is
6.
a lot.
6?
6?
Yeah.
6 boys.
One of my brother, my oldest brother,
brother?
he's a police officer
Oh,
in Patrick
really?
County. He does
Okay.
good work up there, you know.
Yeah.
And
Officer
then-
Dalton.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah, he's been doing about a year now.
Okay,
He's doing
yeah.
good with it. It's awesome to see.
So if you get pulled over, you know his brother.
Yeah. I think he'd give me a ticket at this point, but
He'd give me a ticket. That's great.
We've had some troopers in Patrick County give their own moms a ticket.
Oh, yeah. So he
Martin
definitely give me a
and all
ticket.
that, all them ones. But anyway, Patrick Springs,
Yeah.
10 Oaks for 10 years.
Yeah,
whatever.
10
And
years.
then, so how in the world did you get involved in?
Well, hold up. I
oh,
want to
sorry,
go back to
sorry.
the family a little
Yeah.
bit. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
a
Daltons.
family of that, I mean, that's a big family.
That's huge.
That's a bunch of boys,
right.
you know?
Is it 5 or 6?
so it's total. Make sure I got it right. 6. Yeah.
6.
Yeah, so he said,
said it
5.
right.
He said 5
Plus
brothers,
him.
right? And then plus him.
That's where it threw me off.
Hey, I got the kid math down.
You
Okay.
And we're all extremely
We're number
different.
8.
It's pretty weird. Like
So that's what I wanted to bring
yeah,
up.
my oldest brother's a police officer. My older brother is a preacher in
Really?
Danville. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm doing kind of the opposite, and getting people drunk.
And you do a good job at that, my brother. I'll tell you.
You got somebody to arrest. You got somebody to save.
I mean,
I'm sending them your way.
So what I would like to ask, where are you on that?
oh, I'm right in the middle.
You're right in the middle.
I'm the weird middle child.
Yeah.
Number 3.
So you got some younger ones.
Yeah, I've got one of my brothers. He's in the military right now.
man.
He's
Thank you for
almost
his
out,
service.
Yes.
but
Appreciate
yeah,
him.
hopefully he gets out before things really go down.
What branch?
Army. He's infantry.
Nice,
He's a
nice.
beast.
Yeah.
Dude's jacked. It's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, I always ask him for advice for fitness. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, show me
There
the
you go.
ways. And then my little brother's into sales. He just graduated from Liberty.
Oh, wow.
And then my youngest, he's still in high school.
That's cool, man.
Still has at Patrick County?
No, so he is my stepbrother or half brother, whatever it's called.
That's
It's
your
still
brother.
brother.
Yeah,
That's your
still
brother.
my brother. Yeah,
Right, right,
He's the
right.
bomb. He lives down in North Carolina.
Okay.
Plays basketball down there, baseball, a little bit everything.
Man.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So athletic,
Athletic
military,
guy. Right.
cops.
Police. Right.
I mean, just all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
we did it all.
Yeah. You want to shout out to anybody? I mean, you mentioned them, but their names? You want
Yeah, Tony's my oldest brother. He's a police officer. Then Matt's
Okay.
the preacher.
Appreciate
he's-
you.
Yeah, he's,
Tony and Matt.
Yeah, he's preaching down in Caswell. So,
Gotcha.
I
love
and
it.
then Jordan's in the military. You know,
Right.
thank him for his
Oh,
service. He's awesome.
hey, amen to that.
I
Yes,
get
sir.
to talk to him as much as I can, so it's great. And then my
Right
little brother
on.
Logan, he just graduated from Liberty, and he's the one in sales now. And then Jaden's my youngest.
Yeah. So it seems like a pretty tight knit. Y'all really tight knit group.
Oh, yeah,
there.
I mean,
yeah, brothers are brothers, but
Yeah, I mean, we
I love
talk when
it.
we can. Everybody
Yes.
is understanding. Everybody's busy. You know,
Right.
we get together and
I got a
hang out
younger
as a
sister,
family.
but I've never had brother, and I never had brothers, but now I got brothers, and it's just it's a weird. Be able to grow up with them would be definitely different, and than to have them later on in life. But I rely on my brother more than anything, and I rely on my sister too. But I mean, to have a brother, it's majorly different in my opinion, anyway.
Oh, they're awesome, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I've called.
I'm
them all
even
the
best
time.
friends with his brother. Yeah, he's got a younger brother too.
I want my children to sit here one day and do the same thing that you just did.
Yes.
To name them off and to be
All different.
right, and to be all different, doing different things, but to be enthusiastic about what they're doing.
Yeah,
I have
sport.
8. I just had my 8th child.
Oh yeah, you was telling me that last time. That's
we have 3 girls and
Stuff.
The stuff and 5 boys. But I would love for them just to get a a glimpse of one of them sitting somewhere, and to see the sparkle in their eye like you had, explaining what their brothers do and who they are.
Be proud of them.
And be proud of that. That's beautiful, man.
Well, I think the thing that I really love is just like when we grew up pretty hard, and it was tough growing up and stuff. And it's like me and my two older brothers, we worked at the same factory. They worked there for 15 years. I worked there for 10.
Wow.
And to watch them, factory work's hard. It's hard work.
Amen.
But to watch them branch out and truly do what they love, it's cool to see.
Very cool.
And that's, I think, what the youth needs to know now is that you get a job after school. That's not the final destination.
Unless you just want it to be.
Unless you want it to be. If you at the factory, or let's say McDonald's or somewhere, and I can't make a living at that. Well, that's the point. That's the point. Go out there and assert yourself a little bit on a destination and get away from that.
Do what you love to do.
And do what you love to do. But you have to not just sit at home and have those dreams.
Well, you got to find what you love.
You got to find what you love. So get your butt to work every morning, and then find what you love. Don't sit at the house complaining about, I'm not doing what I love. So the fact that they're working, the factory. I've done factory work. Daniel's done labor work, but that's not the final destination.
No, it's just
Go
the
out
intro,
there,
man.
Go out there and insert yourself. And find the path that it sounds like every one of you and your brothers have found.
Yeah, and I remember my first day bartending. I shook a vodka cranberry. I didn't know. You just poured it in there and served it. I didn't know what I was doing. It was just
shaking nuts.
I love it.
Well, we talked about bartending. You're not just a bartender though.
No, I'm the manager.
You're the manager of that place. That place relies on you. And to be honest with you, Sports Lane's over there with the bowl. What's it called? Bowl barbecue.
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 Yeah.
You're doing an open mic over there on Sundays.
Yeah, we just started that. So we're doing something a little different than your standard open mic. We're doing a hosted open mic. So each week, if y'all are ever interested, I'd love to have one of y'all host. It's fun.
Wow.
But each week we bring on somebody. I'm trying to bring on local musicians just so they get publicity as well.
That's beautiful. That's what we're doing. That's all we're doing.
And I love helping local musicians. We have such talented musicians here, and so it's cool. But what we do is we bring a host every Sunday. I hosted last Sunday just to kind of get it going, but they'll bring on the artist. They get to write a full bio. You get 15 minutes uninterrupted.
Wow.
And you're on the spotlight. We talk about bringing a videographer there, so you get a professional recording of what you did.
Yeah.
So the post that I read was more about how you're promoting them. I can't remember who posted it. I'm not sure, but it was about what a great job you were doing promoting these people coming on stage. You were calling them out. You're giving a little bio on them before they got up there.
I love it.
And that's what we're trying to do. Because have you ever been in like a New York style show where you don't know any of these artists, but you kind of get this feeling they come up and they kind of give this intro about them and stuff, and you're like excited to hear what they have to do.
Right.
And I think that brings attention to them versus just they come up on stage and start playing music. It's a little different,
Well, no, I think
majorly different. I love it.
Right. I think you're going to play some music for us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what we just did by introducing you, we introduced your background. We introduced where you work, what you're doing. When you go to play, somebody is going to be more in tune to what you have to say.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that post was trying to say, that you were doing that great job for those people. And those are local people. They might not even be your friends. But you learn something about them, and they're artists, and you love that. And I love that you love that.
I do too.
We had this past Sunday, we had a magician come.
Oh man,
it was the coolest thing. Mike, shout out to Mike the magician.
Mike the magician.
He's did a couple shows for us over at Mags, but he is awesome. He travels the country doing magic.
Really?
Now we talked about that last time you were out, and I was like, "Us, Magic Mike," and you were like, "No, Mike the magician." I remember that.
All right, he's awesome.
We got enough holes in the table.
I could not figure out his tricks. He had one where me and my wife, I have a wife and beautiful daughter, by the way. That's part of my family.
Oh, that is, and I'm friends with you on Facebook, and I see your beautiful wife and your child. That is great.
Yeah, but
shout out to her.
So he told us, he flipped through the cards. He said, "Stop." whenever you want to.
Right.
And so he's flipping through. She stopped, pulled the card out. And I'm telling you, I looked at all the cards. They were all different. So I did the same thing. And he says, he pulls them up, puts them down on this tray, showing them to everybody. And he goes, we'll see if this is true love. So he had this little thing, and he's moving around and stuff. You know, the little, when you were kids, where it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, the little pod thing.
Yeah.
Origami
He
or
finally
whatever the hell it
finishes it, pulls it out, and it's our cards.
Get out.
Wow.
How you do that?
That's
It blew
right.
my mind.
I tell you,
that's
I
cool,
like good
man.
magic, man.
Yeah.
We gotta get him on the show.
If I
yeah,
walk
he's
away going, what the hell? That's great.
I did that every
is.
time.
That's great.
And he's got,
Right.
and the good thing too is he adds humor into it as well. So I mean,
That's
he's got a
good.
bunch of funny, parts of it as well. And
I've always thought those were the best musicians,
Artists.
the ones that do bring that in. That do tie it into home.
yeah,
That's great.
he had a joke where he brought Kat and Dennis. I don't know if you've had them on.
No,
So,
them great.
yeah.
They've been on the
Yes.
show.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love
So
it.
he brought Kat up there, and he told her to pick a card, and she did, and she flipped it over, and it said hug, and he hugged her, and he let go. For the rest of the cards were on like a little sheet, and the rest of them said kill.
Oh, wow.
Great.
Wow.
Just a little gag.
We got to have him
cool.
out.
Yeah,
If
he's-
you see him again, give him a call.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll
Shout
be
out
there
to
tonight.
that guy. Yeah, I love it. So y'all just started that on Sunday?
Yeah, this was
Sunday.
the first Sunday.
Okay.
This past one. We're doing it every Sunday.
What time?
Sign up start at 4.
4.
And
Open
the show
mic.
starts at 5.
You got something to say? You got something to sing? Come on and do it.
Yeah, poetry. I want everything.
Yeah, so you don't have to be just a guitar player,
Nah.
like most people presume. When you say open mic, everybody's like, "Oh, I don't play guitar," but you might have the poem.
Yeah,
you might
anything.
have the
I mean,
magician.
I love some of them.
Comedy.
Some
Comedy.
of those.
Anything.
Hey, I love some comedy.
Poems. If you take a man like my stepfather, to read poems, he'd be like, "No, man, I ain't gonna. I ain't reading no freaking poem."
Jack and Jill.
No way.
Sorry,
But dang it.
I know. Dang.
But some of these artists that put poems together, man, it's like the most intense song you've ever heard with no music.
Oh yeah.
Or it's the most intense feeling I really enjoy some poetry in that setting. Not so much me reading it. I don't tend to enjoy my voice reading something.
Yeah.
But to go watch somebody who has put some emotion into a poetry,
Right.
that's
Well,
wild.
one thing about you is you got some poetry and you put the guitar to it.
Well, that's
what I
that's
love.
why I learned how to play guitar.
I love it.
I learned how to play guitar
Right.
because I had something I wanted to say,
Yeah,
and
and
I didn't know how to say it, but I knew how some
Musically.
reason, I knew how to play it and to say it.
I love
and I think when you look at people that do poetry or music when they write their own, we're losing the ability to freely think. And those are some of our last people. Those are the true philosophers. Yep.
Right
listen
here,
To this.
right here. You don't
Exactly.
even have to answer something. If somebody asks a question or somebody sends you a post, this AI will send you a suggested sentence to reply.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I have seen that. Oh,
Okay.
So that sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
But
for
we
sending
are
me that.
losing the ability to think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You said that.
There's no philosophers anymore. I mean, nobody's bringing any new ideas. We're just recreating old ideas. You look at movies; they're just being remade over and over
I
and
can't-
over
I
and
can't-
over
I
again.
can't watch
Songs too.
I can't
Songs
wa-
as
I
well.
can't watch movies. I really can't.
And
Right.
you can believe me or not, but I mean, AI can write music. You can ask AI to write you a song right now, and it'll write you within seconds. And you don't think these famous celebrities are using that?
All right.
I mean,
I love AI's
They're not
Wait
points.
till I do.
Gemini is my best friend. Thank you, Gemini. Shout
No,
out to
but-
Gemini.
You know, I wrote music, and the music that I like to listen to is somebody's heart and soul and what they've lived through. That I know the AI could write a tune, and it could all rhyme, and it could all
Sound good.
but the person that wrote any song that you like,
Man, you
you
get-
sit there and just think of any song. That person went through something to write
yeah,
that.
they had to. Yeah,
Man.
they create it.
You
Right.
get Neil Young up on stage in the 1970s singing "Old Man." That's a different kind of story right there.
That's a story.
No AI can mimic that. No AI can mimic that.
I mean, and there's these super talented artists out now that don't get the credit because they're writing from the heart, but it's not what the mainstream wants to hear.
Right.
You know, they want to hear Texas Hold'em from Beyonce.
Oh God.
I listened to that once.
Did
wild.
you? I got a quarter of it.
It was a pretty catchy tune.
It is catchy.
I was dancing, but
Was you dancing?
yep.
Show us how you was doing it. Was it?
Let's see the moves.
Ding, ding, ding. It's a quarter to two.
That's the wrong song.
Oh yeah.
Cocaine.
Oh, I thought that was her. It sounded like her. I don't know. I thought that was Beyonce's song. Damn, I haven't heard it then. So you gonna play us something?
Yeah.
Well, we got
time.
We do
We're
have to
gonna-
back it up some more though.
Yeah.
So how did you get? Okay, you're in Patrick Springs. You graduated from Patrick County High
You
School.
over
Yeah,
there
yeah,
at Ten
what
Oaks.
year was
You
that?
over there at Ten Oaks.
2010.
2010.
Yeah.
Cool. And then you go to 10 Oaks.
Well, I went to college and did not do well.
What college?
I went to Longwood.
Okay, cool.
And didn't go
Wasn't your
well.
thing.
Yeah, wasn't my thing.
Well, let's talk about that.
You
would
can
it,
say-
Would it be your thing now?
I don't know. I have a lot of. I hate to say this, but I have a lot of negative on the way that school is structured in America. I mean, school is in any from kindergarten on. It's to create worker
Right,
bees. It's not
right.
for not for
Absolutely.
people that want
Right.
to
Creativity.
develop
Absolutely.
and grow. It's for people that can learn the basics of math and your sciences and stuff. And if you go into a field, you learn a little bit more advancement. Then it's on you after you graduate college to learn more. And so, I mean,
That's my
Totally agree with
testimony.
that.
I mean, throughout school, that was not the place for me.
no, I mean,
you know-
I love ancient history. It's something that I've gotten really big into, and it's something I study really a lot. And some of the things that they teach in school are pretty far off. It's pretty
Right.
unfathomable.
It is.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, something I've gotten really into right now is the pyramids.
It'll get you bored real quick. You got to be someone like you, I would say, and I think we're in the same category as far as artists go. You got to be loving the subject that you're talking about, or you got to be interested in what you're talking about. I mean, if it's the same thing repeated over and over, and then you start realizing there's kind of an agenda to that, it kind of kills the passion that you would have for something that you want to learn or very deeply interested in.
Exactly, and it also comes down to the fact that a lot of parts in the history have changed even now.
Right.
That we're discovering, and they're still not changing it in
Right.
the textbooks.
Well,
Right,
people
right.
just think different. I can remember when I was in school, I tested well. Anytime I got a test, I could test well. But throughout the grading, throughout the schooling, I was more interested in why is Bobby not wearing shoes? like, or
Bobby, get them damn shoes on, boy.
he needs a. I was always interested in other things than that everyday going to school, blah blah blah.
Right.
I wanted to know why Susie didn't have nothing to eat, and why is no one worried about why Susie doesn't have anything to eat.
They don't focus
You
on
know,
the differences.
I needed to focus on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they
through
don't.
school.
They've never focused on the differences, like you said. They kind of train everybody into a
Worker bee.
mentality, a worker bee.
Yeah.
You don't focus. There's no focus whatsoever on the differences. I mean, there are teachers that'll make you feel a little bit better about yourself if you're doing this or doing that, and they try to guide you and do this, but there's no differences. And I think that's why we've got to this point in 2024 to where it's extreme differences before you actually recognize that there is a difference. Like, I want to wear cat ears and shit in a litter box
Yeah.
in high school, or I look like a guy, but I'm actually a female. I mean, it's just it's extreme. I mean, you got to go extreme before they actually recognize that you individually want to be or feel like you need to do something different. It's just I don't know, and I hate that it has to come to those extremes before somebody recognizes, like, he's not a worker bee, he's a guitar player, or he's wanting to get into police or military or just medicine, whatever. I mean, it's just weird.
But the problem with that is that we're eliminating these people that don't want to be a worker bee, but they want to be a worker drone or a leader.
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people that I met that did poorly in high school went on to become business owners.
And that's most of the case. I mean, you look at some of the most
entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I mean, it's
right.
Yeah,
it's pretty
wild.
wild.
So after college, when you know, whatever, you went to Ten Oaks.
Yeah, worked there for 10 years. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. That shows that you're willing to get out there and make a living, regardless of what it's going to bring.
Right.
So what brought you to
10 years? That's a decade.
What made you leave?
Remember.
Well, I about 4 years or about 6 years into it, I was like, I'm not making enough money, not to where I want to be, and so
probably definitely not doing what you love to do.
Yeah, and I hated it. Yeah, I'll be honest, I hated it.
I didn't like grading plywood either.
No, I mean, I had to grade oak all day.
Yeah, right.
Stare at it and watch, listen to podcasts or music.
This
all
is
day.
my life. I'm grading plywood.
Yeah.
F this OSB.
Yeah, and so I literally just accepted an Indeed job offer for a part-time bartender, and my first day in, they were like, "Hey, you're bartending," and I was like, "I don't know what I'm doing," and they were like, "Good, fine, figure it out."
Wow.
Sorry, we don't have anybody else.
Wow.
So I just kind of went home, looked at YouTube, and figured it out.
Awesome, awesome, man.
Well, you know, the making of drinks is one thing that can be taught, just like, you know, English or just like any math. But your personality as a bartender is like,
that's what shot us over the moon with Alaskan duck fart.
Right. The conversations that you have with your clients, the conversations that you're creating. When you were making us that fire drink, you were talking the whole time.
Right.
You know, you
and
were
telling us about it.
You were giving us an experience.
Right.
You know, it's not just
the whole bar.
Not just somebody sitting there. Yeah, the whole bar
the
was
whole bar.
involved.
They were all...
Everybody was like, "Oh, this is gonna blow up." But
What's he doing?
you know, you gave somebody a moment in time where they weren't thinking about bills, they weren't thinking about all the responsibilities, all the hardships in the world, and we were just having a good time. We were having a good laugh.
Right.
And you can't take that away. I mean, you can't replace that.
And you can't duplicate it.
I have stress. Like I told you, I have 8 kids. I have the business. Daniel's got business. He's got kids he's dealing with. We have pressures in life.
Mm-hmm.
And for that 20 minutes that we sat at that bar and had a drink, you took that away.
Well, and my thing is I mean, like I said, I worked at Ten Oaks. I've worked hard for money, and I understand people come in there, they're spending their money. I mean, you know, so their experience should be great.
Yes.
You know, they should be able to come in and relax. They should.
Luis Romero has the same experience.
Yeah, it's how it's supposed to be, man. I mean, if you come into a restaurant and you're stressed and the restaurant's chaotic and, you know, nothing's going right, that you just killed your experience.
Right.
And that's not what you're there for.
You take a little pride.
I love
a little pride in yourself.
Well, you going to show us a little bit? We're going to take a break.
Yeah, we got the 2-minute warning.
All right.
So we're going to come back. We might talk a little bit, but then we're going to get that guitar playing, buddy.
Guitar.
This man can sing. This man can play.
Brother can play and sing.
Don't call me up too much.
It's all good, brother. We've seen what you can do, and I love it. So I'm grateful for you coming out here, even if you don't play. You know, just to break this all down, to have the 5 brothers, 6 boys all together, and
that's gotta be wild.
That's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
That's gotta be wild.
So we'll see you. Yeah, we'll
be right back.
We'll be right back. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Thank you. And we're back. Thank you for joining us. We are sitting here with David Dalton. And some pouches.
Sponsored by Zen.
Sponsored by Zen.
I've got me a nicotine patch in.
If you've never tried it.
I'm rocking.
What is that exactly? Tell us, David.
So it is a nicotine pouch. I used to dip, and I wanted to get away from dipping. So I switched to those.
So a dip is you take the tobacco and shove it in your, what's a pouch? So
the pouch has no tobacco, so you don't stain your teeth. they're clean, man. I mean, it's literally nicotine and
You
whatever
want to pop
flavor.
one out and show us?
Yeah,
Exactly what
I'm
that
freaking buzzing right now.
Yeah, good
I
buzz.
wasn't going to talk about it. Yeah,
pouch.
can you see it there?
This little pouch, throw it in
Little,
you.
little white pouch.
Quit smoking, everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody
it was
watching,
in.
just quit smoking. Just
Right.
Stop it.
Smoking will
Just
kill you.
stop.
I mean,
They're-
those will probably give us like super cancer. By
Yeah,
the end
it's
of it,
still warning on the side of that
Yeah.
thing. I say, warning.
but it's because it's highly addictive. It's
Really?
nicotine. Yeah.
Really?
But anything with nicotine is. I mean, I can remember cigarettes.
Can you open that up and show what a?
He
I
already
mean,
did.
I mean, he did, but just like swing one around. There you go. Little
just a little
pouch. You just
pouch.
put that in your mouth. Huh. Cool.
Maybe
For
I'll get a
those that don't know,
sponsorship out
I've
of it.
seen them, but you know, it's new to some people.
Just don't try the American versions. They're super bad in additives, and
America
Where the hell
sucks.
is that from?
that's a Swedish product.
Swedish. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Yeah, wait a minute.
Sweden.
For some reason, the Americans are like yellow tinted.
Really?
Yeah, and they have a
Stain your
weird,
teeth.
really weird flavor
Huh.
to them. I don't know what it is.
That's
Yeah.
America.
And this is chill. You said it was. They
Yeah,
got
so
different flavors: wintergreen, chill.
Yeah, the chill is literally a it's kind of like a cold filling. I
Okay.
guess. And then the smooth is the other one that has no flavor.
So when you're at Walmart and you're looking at different gums, they got the winter fresh, and they got the the different watermelon and all this different. So you can do that, but it's got the nicotine in it.
Yeah, it's got all
Interesting.
it's got the good part.
And you don't chew it; you just
Yeah.
throw it in your mouth.
Put it in there for about 30 minutes and you're good to go.
I got me an upper deck.
Yeah, upper decker.
Upper deck.
Okay, cool. So then you're gonna play some music for us, I hear.
Yeah,
You
I'm
got you got to tell me a little bit about that guitar because that's something different that I've never seen before in my life.
Picked this up on a trade. It's a Enya Go. It's all carbon fiber, one piece.
Can you
so,
hold that up a little bit for
Yeah.
everybody to see?
Yeah.
So,
And it's kind of small.
yeah,
It's
it's
matte
travel
black?
size.
compact.
Travel size.
Travel size.
Yeah. It's good
Slap.
for me, I'm sure.
Slap that on the back of your motorcycle.
Yeah, the best part, I can leave my guitar, I can leave my car in the heat for 3 weeks and nothing happens.
Really?
Nothing. No bowing. No nothing.
Huh.
Warpage from
Yep.
from the wood is what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's carbon fiber.
Yeah, it's all
body.
carbon fiber. It connects to an app, so you can change the way it sounds, what it
Wow.
does. You can add echo to it, or reverb,
Man.
deeper bass.
And
And how'd
yeah.
you come across that? I'm sorry.
No, you just you have sound holes up on top, on
Yeah.
the side.
a little
Oh,
sound hole through the
yeah.
logo,
Huh.
and then you charge it. There's no batteries, so you charge it with a Type-C charger, and you click it on, and you can change the presets from what you've clicked, what
So
color it is.
you're telling me to charge it, but there's no batteries. So there's
Yeah.
got to be batteries,
Yeah,
right?
no, it's just well, there is a battery, but it's
Right.
a plug-in,
Oh,
like
okay.
a Type-C plug-in.
Yeah. Huh.
Damn,
Interesting.
that's crazy.
It's a weird guitar. I
So
like
where-
weird
It is.
guitars.
like Daniel said, where did you run across this?
Right.
So I traded guitars a lot. My wife, she's like, okay, we gotta limit your guitars. So I had too many. So I've been trading and I do that a lot. So I had a Michael Kelly that I traded for a 1965 Eco Modello, which is a handmade guitar from Italy that I
wow.
hated. Sounded like shit. I'm sorry,
Really?
it was awful. And so I traded that for this.
No.
And it took me about 3 months to find somebody to trade for that one.
So this is like a 2024 version of something that's been in existence for a couple hundred years.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty wild, man.
It's an interesting.
I
little
didn't even
piece.
notice the hole at the top. He did, and I was like, dang, that's cool.
Which a lot of the new guitars are going to that. They have the hole, and they're going to that bowed or like kind of edged off edge.
Yeah.
So it's a little smoother for your arm,
Wow.
which I wish this had, but the carbon
So-
fiber is not bad.
What
No,
are they? What are
right.
they trying to grab with the sound hole up on the top to give you a little bit more feel of it?
Yeah, you get more sound when you're playing it, so you can kind of keep more in tune, more in rhythm.
Huh.
Right.
Yeah, which does help. You'd be surprised at how much it helps.
Right. That's the only port there is, right? Is that the only port, that top hole?
Oh,
No,
the hole-
there's
yeah.
got-
Oh, there's
you got
another
holes
one?
through there with
Oh, is
the
there another one? Okay.
yeah,
Sorry, I didn't
with like the
see
little
it.
logo. That's the Enya logo.
Nice. All right. Well, let's listen to it.
All right,
what you
so
got going on, man?
First song I'm gonna do is a Tyler Childers song, "Jersey Giant," which was redone by Evan Honer. It's one of my favorite songs out there.
Right. Thank you, brother.
Oh, I'm going to take these off.
Yes. Thank you, brother.
I remember all them summers, playing till my fingers bled. You sing songs and I sing with you. We get drunk and go to bed. Looking back at all those memories, Lord, I hate to sleep alone. But if you ever get the notion that you need me, let me know. It's just 2 hours to get there, babe. I can make it back about an hour or so. Hold you close against my skin. Need a little warmth on a night so cold. Singing songs we used to sing. The one about the lady in the long black veil. Should have seen the warning signs. Lord, I love to hear you well. High and lonesome, hard and strong. Even if it was a little out of tune. Hotter than the socks on the Jersey Giant. Lord, I thought you hung the moon. I remember all them winters, drinking Woodford till we drown. We get wind about a party, bundle up and go to town. Never worried about the police, never worried much at all. I miss those nights of reckless glory. I'd come back if you just call. It's just 2 hours to get there, babe. I can make it back about an hour or so. Hold you close against my skin. Need a little warmth on a night so cold. Singing songs we used to sing. The one about the lady in the long black veil. Should have seen the warning signs. Lord, I love to hear you well. High and lonesome, hard and strong. Even if it was a little out of tune. Hotter than the socks on the Jersey Giant. Lord, I thought you hung the moon. We left town when we were over, 'cause it didn't feel the same. Every back road held a memory. Every memory held your name. It's just 2 hours to get there, babe. I can make it back about an hour or so. Hold you close against your skin. Need a little warmth on the night so cold. Singing songs we used to sing. The one about the lady in the long black veil. Should have seen the warning signs. Lord, I love to hear you well. High and lonesome, hard and strong. Even if it was a little out of tune. Hotter than the socks on the Jersey Giant. Lord, I thought you hung the moon.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Great. That was great, man.
Yes. Very awesome. Now, what blows my mind is, and I think it's probably with every artist that I've heard, especially good ones like you, is I like to sing. One, I don't have a good voice. Two, I cannot remember the words, but you're not looking at anything. You're just strumming and... I mean, has it always been like that with you, that you can remember the words?
I'm terrible at remembering the words.
How do you do it?
I don't know, dude. Sometimes I mess it up so much. I probably miss 10 words in that.
I know. It blew my mind. You covered it up really well because I mean, it just... But
what I would like to know is where did it come from? Do your other brothers play music?
No.
Does your family play music?
My family, I'm not trying to mean this in a mean way. My family is very white. Nobody has rhythm. I don't know where I got it from.
I know that's right.
hey.
So I play guitar, and I've always been into music, but something drew me to writing music, writing songs. It was a way for me to express myself. I felt it was either music or it came out as anger, and so the music really took the path for me because I didn't want to be angry.
I was the exact same way, man.
Be ill about something. I wanted to tell something. I wanted to say something, but no one in my family played music. I mean, I had my cousin Candy. She played the piano, but she was taught in that. I don't know if she took lessons or whatever.
Artists in their own way.
But she was good, right? But it really wasn't anywhere that I could find, like an uncle that I could be like, hey, what's this note? What's this tune? I didn't know where it came from, and it didn't take until I was 40 years old that I learned my other side of my family, and all of the Gibbs play music. Gibbs is my grandmother on my father's side, and they all come from Texas, and they all play music. Every one of the kids, so it was till I was 40 years old till I realized, oh well, I might have gained something from them.
Right.
I think I had like great grandparents maybe that played me. I don't know my distant family really. But yeah, I mean, nobody in my brothers. I mean, my little brother picked up a guitar for a little while, but I think he's kind of stopped.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
That's
I mean, I don't know,
cool.
something I've always been. My only
piece.
problem. Yeah, my only problem is I can't write a happy song. I don't know how to write it.
Well,
it's impossible for me.
I'm sure you got something happy.
Well,
maybe.
I think, and, we talked about other, similarities to you and I. Not that sad things, but things that you live through or things that you've had to process are easier to write than something of sunshine and roses and
exactly. You're spot on, man. I mean, I've tried to write a positive, upbeat. I mean, and some music is upbeat, but if you look at the lyrics, it's like,
Right. Now that's what I did notice when we went and watched you play. The songs that you played were kind of upbeat. So you're saying that your originals are maybe a little bit more melatonin or a little bit more emotional, or
sort of, yeah. I mean, like the one I'm gonna play for y'all. And the set is it's still upbeat. The rhythm's upbeat. It's got a good rhythm. But if you look at the lyrics, I mean, they're about when I went through a breakup in Patch County, and it's kind of talking about that a little bit.
Really? Well, that's great. I mean, like I said, the songs that I've written are very much like yours. They're experiences that I've gone through and that I needed to express to get them out. Right. And I really couldn't talk to other people about them, or I felt like they might have not been listening or in the same page as I am.
But God, it makes a good song.
But it makes a good song. Good song. Right.
I'm looking forward to hearing this now.
Yeah.
I wrote this song about 6 or 7 years ago.
Okay.
And I've tweaked it probably 100 times, but it's one of my favorite songs I ever wrote.
Nice, man.
There's a good rhythm to it.
So this is, I hate to bring it up, but I mean, you kind of brought it up, the breakup in Patrick County.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's the name of it?
It's called The Train Song.
The Train Song. Oh,
right.
Well, yeah, man.
I gotta stop.
Yes.
This pouch is kicking my ass. What the hell?
It will. That's some Swedish. We got some Swedish love going on.
I'm over here.
Peckerhead's jealous.
Damn
We'll
right.
give it one too.
We got a waddle sticking out. Like, man, come on.
All right, so this is your original.
Yeah, this is called The Train Song.
Great.
Awesome, brother.
The wind has stolen the breath from my chest, and the rain has fallen on top of my head. A train has come and gone again, but here I still stand. You packed your bags, you left your keys. You told me our love was not to keep. A beaten soul and bruised up feet, All that is left is a heart on my sleeve. I wish I knew the future like I know my past, so I could find the answers to questions I never asked. But I am worried the world will see it fit to change the soul that I will daily miss. A sleepy town and a bottle of gin are the days that have come to inspire me. Time has stolen the nights I can't sleep, but dreams that I dream, they have made me. Yeah, dreams that I dream, they have made me. I wish I knew the future like I know my past, so I could find the answers to questions I never asked. But I am worried the world will see it fit to change the soul that I will daily miss. Wish I knew the future like I know my past, so I could find the answers to questions I never asked, to questions I still have, to questions I never asked.
Hell yeah. Awesome, man.
Thank you.
And that's original.
Right. That's an original one. Almost forgot to turn up our microphones because I was like entranced with it.
Yeah,
I
that was
was
good.
like,
I love artists that write. I love I wish I was born probably back in the early 50s so I could enjoy the folk music in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Because I really love those stories. Those are people's personal experiences that they're going through. How do you continue to play that song and move forward? So does it bring you back to that time when you play it, that what you went through?
No, I think it makes me feel progress.
It's your story.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
It's your story.
I mean, it's growth. I mean, at that time, man, I was drinking all the time. I was, into bad stuff, and I got out of that. So
Yeah.
it's almost like I can go back to that and be like, hey, look where I was and look where I am now.
right.
Because I'm sure the songwriting at the time, not not looking back at it, but at the time was about that breakup, and that's how you played it. But now you play it as that's my testimony, that's my story.
Yeah.
That's where I come from and where it's going now and how much I've grown.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes me feel good. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, the lyrics are kind of sad, but at the end of the day, like what it says, I wish I knew my future like I know my past.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling now. I mean, I know
Right.
my future. My future's good. I
Right.
feel good.
Amen.
I've got a
Amen.
family.
That's great.
I'm happy,
Yeah.
And we need those. I mean, you go through life. I mean, that's what part of life is. You've talked about it a million times. You don't like it when you're going through it, but when you can get to the future to where you can look back on it, it makes a major difference to where with other relationships that you
Absolutely.
have, or anything that you have that comes your way. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Makes you
God,
stronger.
I don't know whoever coined that one, but they got it right on the money.
Right.
So it's great stuff, man.
I mean, if I wouldn't have went through that, I wouldn't be who I was now.
Right.
You
You
know?
wouldn't be sitting here.
Yeah. Doing something crazy.
Me either. I wouldn't be sitting here.
I have some songs that I've wrote in that have to do with relationships and past experience before my wife now. And I've explained to her the same thing. I don't continue to play those because I'm trying to honor that relationship more than I'm trying to just process what I went through personally.
Yeah.
You know, and she's able to accept it better that way as well.
Yeah, my wife does too. I mean, she understands completely where I'm coming from. I mean, she knows that.
Good women.
She knows what she got.
Yeah,
Good women.
You know, she know what brought that to her.
Right.
You know, and,
Right.
and that's beautiful.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, the best place to write in the world is at the YMCA in the sauna.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I write more of my
Christian, you
music.
hear that?
In the sauna.
Christian, in the sauna.
It's solely because in the sauna there's no cell service. You just
Right.
got out of a workout, so you got that good endorphins going. You're excited, you're happy. You just finished a good workout. Again, no cell service. Nobody's in there, so I can just sit back in my thoughts.
Wow.
There's no distraction.
What do they get it to in there? About 102 degrees?
Oh, yeah.
120?
I put water on. Don't tell them I said
100
that.
and
but-
death.
100 deaths. 100 That'd be me. I'd walk out. So you got another one?
Yeah, I'll do one more.
Right.
This song is from the Lumineers, which is really where I got my inspiration to write music and play music. I love the Lumineers.
That was my next
I hope
question.
this is
Like,
the song that
what
I'm
actually
talking
got
about
you
earlier.
involved? And, you know, you said none of the other ones were musically inclined. That's okay. Everybody's got their own thing. But you, who are your inspirations? So that was one.
Yeah, it started with Mumford & Sons before they turned into New Age Coldplay, which they signed a record deal, and sadly they are terrible now.
Really?
But old Mumford & Sons, that Newgrass.
Yeah.
Yes, it was
Really loved
awesome.
it, yeah.
Shaky Graves, if you don't know him,
Okay.
for the longest, for 5 years, I thought he was a band. He literally plays lead and rhythm at the same time on guitar, sings, has a kick drum on his foot and a tambourine on his foot.
Really?
And he was at a show. I've watched the video 100 times. He was at a show in Nashville. He was drunk out of his mind, and somebody was like, "What do you call yourself?" He goes, "Oh, I'm Shaky. I'm Shaky Graves." He just made it up.
That's
so
cool.
he said he sobered up the next day and was walking around. Was like, "What's up, Shaky?" Shaky Graves. He was like, "Where'd that come from?" I figured it out.
So you kind of lean toward Americana, I guess.
Yes,
All
yeah,
right.
definitely.
Cool, man.
I love the storytelling. I love the
Yes.
rawness of it and the realness. And there's just so many new artists coming out. I'm just like, man,
Right.
these people are awesome.
I think it's what a lot of the mainstream misses is the stories.
Absolutely. That's was my attraction to music. I pay attention to lyrics.
Right.
I love rhythm. Rhythm's always there through all genres of music.
Rhythm is easy.
Rhythm's there.
Kinda
Rhythm's
easy.
easy. You go with it. But I'm a lyric person. Daniel will tell you, man, I break down lyrics. I really focus on
Right.
what what's he trying to say?
Yeah,
Right.
and that's
You
why I
know?
like the next song I'm going to play from Lumineers. It's my favorite song from them. It's kind of a slow song that builds, but the lyrics, oh my God. I'm like,
Really?
how did you write that? Like,
Got me hyped up now.
amazing.
Hyped up now.
Amazing lyrics.
Let's do it, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
This
again.
song is called Slow It Down from Lumineers.
Slow it down. David Dalton. Thank you, brother.
I feel the filth in my bones. Wash off my hands till it's gone. The walls they're closing in with velvet curtains. Some love was made for the lights. Some kiss your cheek in goodnight. Lift up a red high hill, lock up your doors with steel. They're making noise in my street. My blinds are drawn, I can't see. Smashed in my car window, didn't touch the stereo. it down and you come back to bed. Rest your arms and rest your legs. Act like you've been here before. Smile less and dress up some more. Tie up your scarf real tight. These boys are out for blood tonight. Slow it down and you come back to bed. Rest your arms and rest your legs. And when she stood tall. She'll make a fool of you all. Don't ask for cigarettes. She ain't got nothing left for you. We never look back. That wasn't what we were good at. And when it came to love, we were not good enough for it. Slow it down and you come back to bed. Rest your arms and rest your legs. Don't you frown when you're feeling like that. Only love can pick you out of this.
Yeah.
I love that song, man.
Right.
I do too now.
Such a good song.
Awesome stuff. So where can people that are listening right now, where can they hear you live? I mean, I know you do some open mics, but
that's at your workplace. Do you ever go off to another venues or anything like that?
I used to. I don't know, man. I hadn't really been playing out much. I'd like to get some more shows.
But by request, if they want to come to an open mic at Wild Magnolia, that's every other Tuesday.
Yeah, I try to play as much as I can, but like I said, I have a 1-year-old, so she's my heart and joy,
yes,
so she takes up a lot of my time. So
Amen,
I'd rather spend time with her than do anything else, really.
Yes,
that's right.
All the time should be devoted to her.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're out there at Wild Magnolia and they got a little open mic going on every other Tuesday, you can, I guess, check out the Facebook and see when that is. Is that tonight?
Yes, tonight.
It is tonight. Yeah, it's tonight. You know, we're on Tuesday night.
Over there.
Next Tuesday, but then
it's Thursday.
Yeah, it is Thursday. But they can check it out, if they want to on the Facebook and find out, when they're going to be over there. And if you see David working, I guess they can just kind of request.
Yeah, I just play when I can slow down.
Awesome. Well, if he has a minute.
Yeah.
If he has a minute.
You got Pastor James over there. You got Dennis. What's her McCarthy?
Yeah,
Dennis. Kathy and Dennis over there every Tuesday.
Oh, they're awesome, man. I love them people. They're another really good people that
against the fray.
Above the fray.
Above the fray.
Yeah, and they work hard for the local scene, man. They really do. And Griff and Haley, we have them on Thursdays. Y'all should check them out. I mean, they are one of the best bands I've ever seen live. And I mean, I've probably been to 200 concerts. I mean, they are up there.
So is that a regular? Or?
Yeah, it's every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Yeah, 8 to 11.
8 to 11. Cool.
They do a lot of blues.
Wild Magnolias.
We need to do that.
Former Patrick Henry Mall. I guess it's still Patrick Henry Mall, but it's right there on the back side. Yeah. Any other thing you want to shout out, brother? We got the 2-minute warning, so.
Did we?
Yeah, we got to. Time went really quick. I would love to get another 1-minute song in there, but I greatly appreciate you coming out here again. We didn't get to experience your talent last time. We got to experience what you were doing with Will.
But in Sundays, you're doing something over there at the other spot.
Yeah. Like I said, like I said earlier, we're doing a hosted open mic So we're trying to really push to get local musicians out and let them have a place
What
to
time
play.
is that? Sport Lanes?
That sign-ups are at 4, and they're 4 to 5, and then the show starts at 5.
Right. So y'all come on out, man. If you're just, comedian, magician, or guitarist, or got a whole band, I guess.
Yeah.
Just come on out. Sign up. 4 o'clock every Sunday.
Every Sunday, and we want, like I said, we want to be the a place for people that are local and are able to play music to have a place to play. I mean,
get a little bio in there about you, kind of like you're doing the podcast, and it's great.
And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it's so much for all these musicians that are a little nervous to get on stage. You will never feel that euphoric feeling until you get on that stage. It is the greatest.
We've had so many guests on here that get a little nervous, and I'm just like, we're just laid back. Let's just do it. I'm nervous too. Let's just have a good time. Talk about it, just do it. So if you're an artist, hook them up, look them up, right there at Sport Lanes, 4 o'clock every Sunday. Get your time in, man. You just don't never know. You don't ever know. And plus, you getting that out, like y'all were talking about earlier. I don't have that, but you can get that out. You can get that original out. You can get that who you want to be out, and it don't matter who you are.
Go tell your story.
There you go.
Go tell your story.
Brother, we appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Dave, thank you, brother.
Yeah, man, thank you.
Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Anytime. I hope to have you back.
Oh, for sure.
I want to hear some more. Yeah. And some more Alaskan duck farts. You got to remember to bring that.
I'll bring everything next time.
Yeah. We'll make it right here on the show.
Drinks. All right. Y'all be real and come on back.
Come on back.